Today, I am going to plant potatoes in a wood chip pile. Think it's weird? It works. I've planted potatoes in my wood chip piles for 2 years now, and it's worked really well for me. The only issue I run into is sometimes once the trees have their leaves, these piles don't get as much sun as I would like. These are seed potatoes I purchased from a local hardware store. These are grocery store potatoes. You'll notice that some of them are cut in half. What I'll do is, depending on the size of the potato and how many eyes it has, which is where the growth will come from, I'll cut it in half and let it sit for 24 hours to scab over. Once it's dry, I know it's safe to plant. While I prefer to get seed potatoes because you can get some really fun varieties like banana fingerling, grocery store potatoes have worked really well for me in the years past. When I plant my potatoes in a wood chip pile, I don't do anything special. Dig a hole, and I put the potato in, cut side down if it's been cut, with the eye facing up. And then I cover it up. I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to spacing, just doing them about 9 inches apart. I put 6 potatoes in this pile. Let's go do another one. Another way I like to plant my potatoes are in grow bags. This is a 7-gallon fabric grow bag. It works great for me for potatoes and also tomatoes. I filled the bag 3/4 full, and now I'm going to put the potatoes in. Because these are smaller fingerling potatoes, I'm going to put 3 in this bag. If I was planting a larger size potato and maybe planting the entire potato instead of a cutting of it, I would probably put just 1. After I put the potatoes in, I'm going to cover them up with more potting medium. I'm going to cover them up 2 to 3 inches deep, and there's still going to be some space at the top of the bag, and as they grow I can hill them up, which is a term you hear when growing potatoes in like trenches, but I'm just going to hill them up in the grow bag, which just means add more soil around the base of the plant. When I make my labels for my garden, I like these super durable plastic labels. They also have a hole in them so that you could tie them. You could use string or wire to tie them to a tree or a shrub. And I prefer to use an Artline garden marker as opposed to a Sharpie. They last so much longer, they don't fade. But if I wanted to reuse this label, I could use some Comet or some soft scrub with bleach, scrub this really well with some steel wool, and then be able to use it again.